Yeah, now it's going to be interesting here. So we get a little bit of the aura readings here right now from the windows of opportunity, right? So we've only got the one filler. I feel like we might have been able to make it to that pallet behind us there and actually then use this to kind of link up towards Shaq. But now instead just going to be forced to come back here. It looks like this is a T&L. And of course with the low pro, or not with the low pro, with, oh my goodness, stop it. That was beautiful. And that's going to unfortunately lock up that window. But of course the window can get locked from the bamboozled anyways. Oh, this is tough.
Yeah, Dixie didn't zone him away from.
Hey, what it do, what it do? It's Yoboycue, and welcome back to YouTube, and let's get ready for another trip here back into the fog with some more OCE action. This past week was actually an off week for OCE League, so we decided to host a little 1v1 event. Not quite the equilibrium style event like we've seen in the past here from the region, which places people in like a bracket style playing both sides of the matchmaking, which, don't get me wrong, as cool as that was, we decided this time around to just do your more traditional 1v1 rules, kind of like we see here on this channel with Friday night fights. Now, today we're going to be seeing Dixie absolutely cranking some HillBilly on the Gas Heaven. So what this video is going to be is all chase, no load time. Don't forget every like, comment, share. That all helps us out with that good old YouTube algorithm as we are chasing down 500 subscribers here on the channel during the summer, where we are posting DVD content like literally daily. We post DVD comp from all across the globe, not just here in the OCE region. We also post up discussional videos like why DVD should implement a scoreboard and scoring system like we see in competitive DVD. And we even post just some fun gameplay and builds as well. So don't forget to make sure you smack that button down below and then tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody about it. All right, but for now, let's go ahead and enjoy some 1v1 Billy action until we do catch y'all back over here for the next one, man. Don't forget, with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere, game hard and love hard. All right, y'all, it's your boy Q, signing out.
So we do have quite a few things to get through in terms of the rules. There's not too much, but I'm going to get it over and done with, get it in right now. So first and foremost, it's going to be taking place on the Gas Heaven, and our HillBilly is going to have the Doom engravings and the low pro chains, and with the perks Bamboozle, Shadowborn, and Fearmonger, which of course is for Sprint Burst. The survivors are going to have access to two perks, two of any perk in the game, with a few exceptions, which being Dead Hard, Overcome, and Lucky Break. And there's an additional rule where you can't 99 your Sprint Burst before starting Chase. So if a survivors bring Sprint Burst, they have to activate it at the very, very start. They can't leave it on cooldown. But following that, we're going to get into this first chase. We're starting off with our survivor heading towards the main building, breaking the door, the Gas Heaven.
It's interesting to see going right for the main building too, right? I feel like often we'll see our survivors on Gas Heaven when we talk about the 1v1. Ooh, get stun stupid. Kind of rotate more into the middle here and kind of at least try and use one side to the other and then rotate into the main building. And that looks like now at this point, that's what our survivor decided to do. Of course, we've got a nice little tile that we're able to work around here. And these Z tiles are nice to play a little couple of mind games with the Billy. It looks like here, obviously, since it's an early chase, we're gonna go ahead and just pre-throw it, see what things kind of look like, and now rotate back towards Shaq, which is why it's gonna be good that we don't pre-throw that pallet the first time at Shaq and instead kind of use it to kind of chain into this side of the map, right?
I want to quickly talk about these perks for a second. I'm very interested by what's going on here. Our survivors decided to bring Smash Hit and Parental. Is it Parental Guidance? Is that the name of the perk, or am I?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like most of the times, if you happen to get a stun, which is, it's going to be hard to do against a Billy anyways, right? Because you're usually going to be avoiding the low pro, and then they're going to be going into that. Ooh, missing the M1 here.
Beautiful connection going on here.
Yeah, now we're going to be seeing, still hanging tight. We do see trying to go for the moonwalk. I probably would have wrapped that. Oh, I think actually caught the Billy mind game in themselves. Moves back to this next filler pallet. And these filler pallets here on these Gas Heaven sides where you got the double rocks are very, very curvable. So you definitely want to make sure you're being careful while you're curving those. So we're going to go back to the TNL. But of course, it's not very safe here with the bamboozle coming into play. Probably want to make sure you take this window.
Running Vision's just trying to run the timer and last as long as he can. Make sure he doesn't get mind gamed run around until Dixie forces 50-50s. And he's going to hope to get lucky and win a few of them so he can up a few seconds on the clock. But it looks like I don't believe he's going to be able to last too long here unless he can chain back to this pallet. No, I think that's going to be the down.
Yeah.
So that's our first timer getting onto the scoreboard.
That was a good first run, though.
Nice concept.
And away we go. And this is going to be kind of more of a typical build that we kind of see. So you mentioned like the parental guide is not exactly what we're used to seeing. Interesting to see the Lithe used in that sense. It does allow him to get the double back in, even with the medium ball, not having to worry about it. But yeah. I feel like our exhaustion perk we didn't build distance with.
Well, yeah, but Dixie was very much expecting that, and in the position he was in, vaulting a window where he was a little bit zoned, he didn't really have the opportunity to do that, and Dixie, knowing that he's going to try to get distance, tried to cut him off, so it was actually wise of him to get back, play it safe, continue running around Shaq.
Oh man, and we only have the... Whoa, no, not like this!
That is so unlucky.
That was tough, though. I mean, sometimes you'll see where you get the back-to-back pallets there on those two, like, double rock trees. There, unfortunately, you only had the further one, and I mean, Dixie just did a really good job of zoning out away from the pallet space, putting their body right there, even with the, chainsaw rush just to actually get into the pallet space itself. That was really well done by Dixie, honestly.
Let's have a look at what the survivors decided to bring to this chase.
Got Hill. Windows of opportunity coming in there with the Lithe as well. Looks like we're going to be using the Lithe here at this point. Again, this time, though, we are going to be seeing Hill using it to break away from the Shack. And I like this because you had mentioned kind of rotating up this way. If we can push all the way into the deep corner and then be able to rotate back to Shack, then in the middle of the map, that'd be big.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's zoned here, so he has to get back to Shaq, or at least to this tile. This could win an M1 if Dixie has his mind games right, especially because he's on a 4-lane. It's going to be very close. I has to be very patient on this pallet here.
Oh, no way. Just steel nerves right there. That was insane.
Dixie was preparing for him to fake that window too, so that... Man, he's just patient at these pillars.
No way! Oh my goodness! Out here with the Juicer Adam outfit, holding it down here, and we still gonna come around. All the way back
to Shaq for free now, so he doesn't even have to return to that part of the map anymore. He can just make his way to mid, make his way to. He has to.
Be careful.
Might have to just take the low pro hit. Don't want to risk it. Okay.
That's big. I honestly. I almost can't help but wonder if the low pro hit might have helped give you the disc. Stop. Oh, not like
too risky there. That was unfortunate.
Hilpit played very, very well. Played it risky. Unfortunately, overcommitted that bad. Because if he drops that pallet there, and if he can push along that back side of those car walls, the only problem is I don't know how you wrap back around to the middle of the map against the Billy. Would be the only, unless you like take a low pro hit or something in the next tile and then wrap around the car. Because then you're talking about a real juicer run, right? Because then you got the whole middle to work with.
And now we're going to see iPick coming in. So the 1v1, he's going to be playing on ping, so this could be difficult to him. Let's see how he manages.
All right, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Gonna be seeing now. iPick gonna be moving this way. Everything's good. Oh, not like this, iPick. Oh no.
Oh no.
Caught him right out here in the tall grass and everything.
Yeah, we could definitely get a 4 or 5 minute chase if Dixie makes a few small mistakes and survivors take advantage of it.
I do like seeing the alert coming out here. This is the first time we've seen the alert, right?
It is, yes, I believe so. We've seen a good diversity of perks. We've seen Spine Chill, Windows of Opportunity. But yeah, there's a lot of good utility chase perks that you can bring. I personally really like Quick and Quiet. It's a nice perk to have. But aside from that, Alert's fantastic against low pro Billy, of course.
Yeah, I was going to say especially with the low probability, right? Because, I mean, there obviously you have the lower wall, but once you get to the tiles and stuff, you can get some pretty big info when it comes to which direction you want to loop to your next tile or which resource you want to at least try and go to. Nice low pro hit there onto T-Doge to be able to get
Dixie's
the down.
not messing around here. He's
Oh,
prepared for this event.
cranking right now. Yeah, I think the one hard problem with balance landing, especially when we talk about gas heaven in particular, is the only places that you're gonna get the most value out of it. You're kind of giving away that's what you have, right? Like
Yeah, that's
whether
true.
you're going up
Just
towards
got
the
the
back of a, like you're going up towards the back of a hill, and if you're going into the basement at Shack though, even that, like you're kind of giving away distance to get distance. So what's the true value, right?
Yeah, you gotta really rely on RNG with those hill spawns and the truck spawns. He's starting off running a TNL wall. He's got a nice little head start at the moment. Just needs to make sure he doesn't give a free M1 at this TNL wall. Hopefully needs to break away from it as soon as possible. That might be giving an M1 there. Is Dixie gonna take it or is he gonna go for the chainsaw here? I think he'll just take the M1. Yeah, nice fake from Backy there. He didn't want to vault the window and be zoned to the TNL injured. That would be very risky of him. He's getting chainsaw sniped, but he just makes it around the corner. Drops the pallet.
Unfortunate RNG as far as with the 4-lane here. If the window is facing out towards the middle of the map, could be able to use the lithe here to be able to build distance. Not going to be able to do that. Oh, with the distance. Oh, no way. Stop it.
And he needs to go for the pallet. Oh, Dixie hesitated a little bit there. He was a bit worried that Backy might just run around that rock, I believe. Drop
that was absolutely brilliant to be able to get here to the middle. The only question is, are you able to get to the front of the shop because you got a chainsaw coming around the backside. Now you gotta be careful.
Get flicks? No, not with the one engravings, unfortunately.
Yeah. Now you're gonna see going around the backside here because we got a couple of pallets. You got some decisions here. That's gonna at least buy some space. We'll see the low pro used to be able to at least come around. Not gonna be able to cut it all the way around to be able to close the distance a little bit more. But we at least limit the space that Back is able to do by just going to the front of the gas station here.
Oh, unlucky. Dixie got a bit greedy there. Tried to prepare for that flick, but he gets a lot more distance with that. Very, very quick drop there. He didn't want to take any risks.
Yeah, now it's going to be interesting here. So we get in a little bit of the aura readings here right now from the windows of opportunity, right? So we've only got the one filler. I feel like we might have been able to make it to that pallet behind us there and actually then use this to kind of link up towards Shack. But now instead just going to be forced to come back here. It looks like this is a T&L. And of course with the low pro, or not with the low pro, with, oh my goodness, stop it. That was beautiful. And that's going to unfortunately lock up that window. But of course the window can get locked from the bamboozled anyways. Oh, it's tough.
Yeah, Dixie didn't zone him away from
Bro.
Nice.
That was beautiful by Dixie there to be able to secure the down with the low pro.
Yeah, I like to use that garage pallet near the end of my chases and just grid it continuously and force them to get a good flick on it otherwise. Or force the drop, and then once they try to low pro, you break distance away. That was tight, man. That was scary.
Yeah, I would have been able to do that. I would have, you know, that would have been clenching so hard. That would have been tough. Now we're going to be seeing here, moving around this tile is actually going to prolong it to this area. No, we're actually going to be able to get the M1. I thought we were going to be able to get that pallet drop in time. And it's going to be interesting seeing here. We've actually got the RNG where we got the door open on the front side, which means we'll be able to go to the back window. Actually, though, Dixie doing a fantastic job immediately going to break that back door. Now, though, we are going to be able to see Loon doing a good job of using the light to get a full rotation around main. Now we've got, look at with the windows here, right? You've got the pallet on the back, the pallet inside, the pallet in the garage. You got the pallet out front of the gas pump. Right now, you got a lot at your disposal. You can kind of hang around here for a bit if you want. Interesting. Trying to make it back to Shack here, it looks like. Gonna be moving through. That's gonna be a down though. Oh, that is unfortunate there. A down back at Shack. I feel like we had a lot going for us there. I feel like we probably could have been able to get us a little bit more value in the garage. Unfortunately, going to be seeing the down here. It's one of those where you have to play risky. But it's kind of like we talked about earlier in the event, right? Like if you're wanting to come out on top with the top 3 times in an event like this, you kind of have to play risky, you know? You just kind of have to take that risk and hope you come out on the 50-50.
Exactly. Yeah, you do definitely have to take a risk. Maybe not at this point. If you want to get on the leaderboard for a bit, you can probably play it safe and get a 1 minute early chase. But you start to get more chases going in, you're going to have to play risky to get in the top 3.
We're going to be seeing here now at this point, Phantom does take the M1. Going to be doing a good job here to be able to rotate back, but, you know, doing a good job with the body there. Blocking the area, probably should throw the... No, not like this.
Oh, no, good patience by Dixie there. He was prepared for the window play. He was also prepared for the green.
Yeah. I don't know if it's one of those situations where, since we don't really see Bubba in other comp, that they want to try and see what he looks like in 1v1. It's interesting. I was very intrigued by that. But we see here, Jordy doing a good job as far as with the start. Also wanted to mention, not bringing in an exhaustion curve.
Definitely. Very risky play. Let's see if it pays off. Yeah. Back to Bubba for a second. How would you feel about if they added engravings to Bubba? That could be cool, eh? Chainsaws through the pallet and just keeps going.
I mean, I think you'd probably have to do what, where like it at least consumes one of the charges right off the bat, right, or something like that. But
yeah, I would probably do if you do hit the survivor after it'll end the chainsaw sprint. So you can't just hit him and hit him again like you would do against BT.
Oh, we see here almost got the low pro hit here through the pallets. Gonna be seeing the M1 here now at this point. Might give us the burst of speed that we need to get back to Shaq. We've got a Billy coming here. That was close.
He makes it. Is he gonna drop this? Yeah, he just wants to get out of here. There's a lot of trees, so if he looks behind him, he can be prepared, make sure to not get sniped here.
But now this is tough because now we're in the TNL. Where do we go from here?
Yeah, I think this is the end for Jordy. Oh, especially the chase part of the game is we all know and love this as being the most enjoyable part of the game. That's why we all still play this game. Let's be real. We don't play the game to press M1 on generators or look for totems.
Right.
So we love seeing these 1v1s. It's a good way to take away strategy, and it really has a lot of application to regular comp, to be completely honest.
Oh no!
Got my game there. Unfortunately, that looked like a ping fault. Tried to make it back.
No. I was really hoping to see the quick and quiet play at least once. I'm still waiting to see someone, you know, as our homie Miss Barn would say, really get back here and start humping main, try and see if we can get some big value out of that main building out here. I feel like that's where we're missing, you know, that extra minute and a half that we get up to that 4 minutes that Q predicted earlier. So just throwing out some tips, you know. We see Z7 moving up to the 4 lane. Now going to be able to use the light here. Oh, do you make this to the corner?
Yeah, he makes that. He's chilling here. There's a lot of options here. You can just continue to run around Shaq if he's feeling confident. Yeah, I think he's going to do that for the time being. He might just pre-drop the Shaq pallet.
And what you think, hard turn here? Yeah, try and go back towards this side of the map. We actually had a nice little L filler here heading into, I think this is a short wall, or is this a Tino? It's a short wall.
This is quite a nice setup. If there's any setup that can get you a good chase, it appears to be this one. Let's see how this goes. He still has the window at Shaq that he can always get back to. It's a little bit risky without the pallet.
Oh no!
Oh, he got my game by Dixie. He just makes the window.
That was beautiful.
Oh man. Good pathing there. He's deciding to take spacing away from that chainsaw miss from Dixie, especially since the changes where they got rid of the speed boost that you get with the chainsaw with engravings. Yeah, you're gonna boozle the window. He can just drop this pallet, and I don't think he has any risk of getting low pro hit here. And he can get back to the short wall. He still has that window leading into a pallet. He's looking pretty nice.
Yeah, we're vibing. We're vibing right now. This gets us
chilling,
to that L.
Man.
Now the only problem is now you want to find a way to get from this L to the middle portion of the map here, right? So you would really prefer to zone out on this pallet side. Oh, this is good though. This should allow you to at least
He has the shack window, but he doesn't. I don't think he has much to chain it into if he wants to get to main here.
No,
Just gonna
but that
take the
M1
M1 though.
is huge, though. That lets you get to the middle of the map.
Yeah, that was safe of him to just take that M1 and get to main. Now this is already looking like a pretty good chase. This might be our #1 chase if he can last just a little bit longer.
Yeah, especially because Z7's been listening. Z7 knows the assignment. Z7 knows that we got to head towards main, baby. Let's go. Now I'm going to be moving towards this pallet right out front by the actual pumps here. Oh, no.
I think he was too scared of the syndicate card. Didn't want to sit around that, and especially since Dixie pre-rev his chainsaw, he couldn't just pre-drop it. He would get low pro.
All right, we've got the Dwight out here. Quick kneels to assert dominance, and away we go. And already seeing
Yoboycue also choosing to take that risk of not bringing a exhaustion perk. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like the exhaustion perks
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, and this is risky going all the way around the outside here, like the two trailer
makes
park
that.
girls. Yeah, but you make it around, and this is going to be big because now you're able to make it to this tile, and then you're going to be able to move into your other tile and the next side over. The only problem is you don't have a filler here. No, Yobo, not like this. Ah!
Yeah, he'll take the M1 and get distance here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the exhaustion perks are much stronger than these little utility perks in terms of how much they provide to the chase. Yeah, I feel like they kind of just add on.
I would argue though that it only gives you value once, whereas the resilience is going to help you on every vault from here on out, right? And the windows of opportunity here from here on out let you know where you want to chain your loop. Well, then that happens. So I mean, Dixie's just going to do that anyways.
That's just a Billy hit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, what we'll just have to do is just
anyone who joins after will.
We have to note who the last person is. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, cool. We can just announce that. All right, so we're just going in a good early chase at the main building. Getting some PTSD from my 1v1 versus him. Oh, dumb tech into the main building.
No way. Gonna go ahead and use the back door here to break it. Yep.
Yeah, Dixie knew that he would hesitate there. Oh, I don't know about that pre-drop though. He's in a good position.
A little hesitation here. Yeah, you're good.
Once Dixie breaks that pallet, he could just get outside of main or take the window. He has a lot of options.
You go one more. Yeah, you go one more around. You kind of like you were talking about on this pallet here, right? You read it.
What?
Oh.
Oh.
No, spectate. You fine?
Spectate. Yo, bro.
Yo, bro. All right, now we're gonna be seeing the pallet broken here. We did get back outside though, so we're still cooking.
Yeah,
we're still cooking.
I think that's the new reverse pallet stuns that they did.
Yeah, that's been coming
very
on
strange.
Here. Oh no, and then that pallet's still broken, or that window's still covered up from the bamboozled here. Very unfortunate here for Miji.
I'll just explain very quickly. Our timer got kicked out. Some issue happened, and the time paused on stream, so they're just going back over the stream and retiming it. So, not gonna. Oh, are we ready? Are we ready to time that, bro? Is this chase? Are you timing this one? It's all good. Awesome. Ooh. Too easy. Alright. So we added up the times there and gave me G's full time.
So it looked like Miji ended up at a total of 105 there. Nice swing and a miss. That's going to cause it get stunned stupid. Not going to actually rotate back. Going to actually decide to rotate towards the shack off that, which is going to be interesting because usually, whoa, nice little play.
Oh no. What?
Now we're going to be seeing going into the shack here. Working our way back. This is going to be a Lara now. We can use this pallet into what looks like a TNL here to be able to buy some time. The only issue is what do we have beyond the TNL, right? We do have full health, which is going to be good. We've got a window back into...
Oh, no.
All right, chat. After this, we may need to take a quick look at that here for just a moment.
Oh, I thought he was going to make that.
Big boy.
Man, that's a shame. This survivor put up a good fight. That's so unfortunate. Getting zoned there was... Yeah, it was rough.
I think it was the Lythe with the alert, I think is what we had seen, right? Yeah, Lythe with the alert here. So it does look like, though, as far as with the Lythe, you do have the good RNG with Shaq here. Oh, I thought we were gonna go ahead and use.
Oh, she's confident. She'll get this. Oh, Dixie's.
Stop.
Oh.
What are we?
Oh. I'm lost for words. I haven't no idea what happened there. That's combo.
Unfortunate. We look like the window does go to the outside of the map, not the middle.
Yeah, so he doesn't have Shack to start off with, but he has a pretty good setup into the mid pallets and moving on to main. Is he going to get distance from this? No, he's just going to sit at the pallet, play it safe. Respect that. He might drop this hit. No, he's just going to go for a greed.
Yeah, just going to hold Shift W here, continue to play that mind game, kind of like we were talking about earlier. This is what you need to do if you are looking to crack into the past the 220 mark, right? You need to make sure you win a couple of the 50-50s, and that was really close.
Yeah, the timing there was perfect. Good stun. He's going to dump tech into main building. Does he get the window on this side? No, he has the window on the back side, so he has the pallet here, though. He's just going to drop it early. I think he should be fine here until the pallet's broken. Oh, but Dixie prepared for him heading that direction. That was very nice. But
yeah, but I think that was used to build distance there. It looks like, because you'll see Canna goes right. Oh no way with.
Yeah, that's difficult, man. As soon as you get out that window back of main, it's a little bit risky. Yeah.
No, Dixie just out here cranking, able to get the low pro hit along the backside of the main building. That was absolutely beautiful. I think that's part of the thing with that gap, right? Is the 1 minute difference is the difference in winning a couple of 50-50s and not, which is why you need to go for them. You know what I mean? Yeah,
because a lot of the survivors that have tried that haven't gotten in the top 3 have done really well in the start of the chase. Against a kill like the HillBilly, it's quite deadly with an insta-kill chainsaw. You can make a small mistake like we've seen Sane do right now, and it can be all over within seconds. That's the thing about this killer. I think that was risky to stick to this tile.
Yeah, we're going to be getting close to overheat relatively soon. I was going to say we need to pull that trigger here and at least go for the curve. Now going to be seeing Sane, though, now at least getting back to this pallet here. Gets stunned stupid. Going to be using the smash hit value. Moving toward this opposite corner of the map. Doesn't look like we've got the... Woo!
Amazing zoning from Dixie. We still... Oh! That... I believe... Was that a bug? I don't know.
I don't know what that was. I thought it looked like he went right into revving the end of the chainsaw again, didn't it?
That was good patience from Sane, though. He was just prepared for the break, and now he's heading back down to 4. Yeah, Dixie's really making sure he can't get to Shack.
Yeah, you don't have Shack. You no longer have the filler that's between here and... I don't know what this tile is up here at 1. It looks like just another little... yeah, just a little kind of... I don't know what you call this one tile in particular. It's not a jungle gym.
I like the fact that he greeted here because his pal's...
Oh! With the body block!
He's playing this game for sure. Do you reckon he makes it somewhere with this? Is there a pallet here? Yeah, there is. Okay.
You have the one filler here, but where do you go from here, right? Maybe back to 1, but then where do you go from 1? You're kind of...
Yeah.
You're kind of caught here.
You know Dixie's not going to give him main. He's going to zone him the right way. Yeah, good chainsaw. Good patience on Dixie. So that chase will add up to 1:41. So that... No, that doesn't quite... Yeah, we have... At third time it's 2:21. That's right. So it gets our number 4 spot, so that definitely gets on our Discord leaderboard for the time being.
Yeah, say also we put all the VODs from our league games over there as well, not just from OCE, but also like a lot of NAEU as well. So, and away we go. Interesting to see the early pallet drop and then just heading away from Shack into this corner over here, because we've kind of seen that. Once you get deep into this corner, you don't have really much of anywhere to go. Going to be probably, I would imagine, using the short wall window with your life here to push into the middle of the map. Yeah, going to be seeing that.
Yeah, he can probably get quite a bit of distance here. Dixie's already preparing a chainsaw, but he can dodge this easily and get some more distance, I believe. No, he's going to choose to stick to the tile. Okay, well, that's safe to do.
I mean, this is a pretty nice tile you can work with, but this is one of those tiles that, kind of like we were talking about earlier, that separates those top 3 times from the rest. You kind of just have to read the tile a little bit, especially these double rock pallets here. I think you go one more time around. Yeah, before you...
He's a little bit zoned here, so I think either he wants to take that low pro hit to leave this loop, or he wants to get the stun. Or the M1. Yeah, that's a good fine. Yeah, I really respect that play. He knows that if Dixie breaks the pallet with his chainsaw, he's in a rough situation.
Yeah, the only problem is now, where do you go, right? Because you can maybe use
Well,
him
Dixie
to
has
long...
to vault that, so he reaches this pallet, I believe. Oh no. I think he
Yeah.
hesitated a little bit there and he took it
Yeah, I think
wide.
if
He
you
ran
full
around the
send to
tile.
that pallet, you make it. I agree. I think you
Yeah.
go a little bit wide. I think he was trying to see if he had the time to go to
I
the
think
pallet.
he wanted to choose to take the other side. Doesn't want to start on the pallet. Okay. I think this Claudette's going in for a long chase here. He doesn't want to use his resources early. He wants to... Yeah, he's going to run around Shaq a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you try and go all the way around the outside and then use this window, maybe? Possibly with the life? Nope, not going to be the case. Saving the life. Interesting. Wait.
Oh, using it now? I think that was a little bit of ping there. Is this a EU or NA player? Select it. Alright, we're going to bamboozle on the wall. Oh, he didn't react quick enough to that. It's going to take an M1. A very delayed stun there, but still gets the job done. Still puts distance
Quick, the
between
hatch.
you and the
GG easy.
True.
Moving towards main, the question is, do you get to the pallet?
Oh, I think he's fine here. I think he gets this window unless he gets Poco's hit. Nah, he's chilling.
Dixie probably wishing they would have just continued that chainsaw all the way through there. Ooh, risky. We now have a Billy right on the... Oh, it's still bamboozled,
Didn't realize the
homie.
window was still blocked.
Oh,
That's
no.
very unlucky.
I feel like if that happens, that's usually early on when you forget about the bamboozle. Like everyone who's been watching kind of knows about it at this point, right?
I heard that potentially there was a strat, there was someone planning on bringing No Mither and Spread Burst and gonna run straight into the Hillbilly to get the shortest time, but I don't think we're gonna see them today in the end.
Trolls.
Yeah, no Mither would be very funny to watch, especially if they do a good chase with it too. What is happening here?
Well, right now we do see our survivor here is kind of stuck in the middle of 3 different fillers. So I think was trying to get a read as to which direction they wanted to go based off of what Dixie gave them. So we're going to be seeing using the further pallet here now at this point. Now going to be working around the Z that's by that very notorious middle hook on the gas heaven here.
Oh, he hesitated a little bit. This should lead to a hit, no?
Gets done stupid. We do see those sticking that big old noggin in there is Dixie. That is going to allow for some distance. Should make it to this.
Still has a really good setup. He has this pallet. He has the pallet over at 4 and can still chain in with Shaq.
Yeah, with Shaq pallet still being up too. The only worry I have is if we're going to be able to get to main from now, right?
I don't know. I think this could be a long chase. Claudette doesn't make any major mistakes here. I think they can make that little low pro hit. Oh, no. That's... Oh, I bet that Claudette was spamming her spacebar.
Oh, you know, was just mashing the ever-loving you-know-what out of that thing. Okay, listen. I know we asked for it. We are coming in with windows, though, so I mean...
If he gets over 2 minutes, that'll be massive respect, because... that's going to be quite difficult with this perk setup that he has. I reckon Dixie's probably expecting an exhaustion perk for his other one too, so...
Probably. Kind of surprised to not see it, right?
Nah, this guy's confident. He'll do a 10-minute chase.
We see in here now moving around. Gonna have to play this probably greedy one more time. You really got to make sure you're careful because you can't even afford 1 low pro hit right now, right?
Yeah.
So you got to play like the pixel perfect chase. Oh, should be able to get into Shaq here. Oh no. Oh. I'll turn your sphincter into a stinker real quick. I'll tell you what, tighten up.
If this chase gets on the leaderboard, that's gonna be massive. Oh my god, I'll be so impressed if that happens.
We're going to be seeing now the bamboozle is going to block this window. So some options are limited here as far as for our Claudette, but it's going to be moving more up towards this one portion of the map that we've been seeing a lot of our survivors use. The only issue now is you can see we don't have anything until we get over to the long wall jungle gym. Now, We have the long wall jungle gym that we can use here. Or sorry, this is a short wall jungle gym.
Short
don't
wall,
mind
yeah,
me.
I was gonna say.
But once we use this, I mean, we don't. This is gonna be tough. You can get back to this little tile here, but I don't know where our Claudette goes from here.
I think he goes down here. He was too worried about the. Yeah, he was too worried about the chainsaw there and took it very wide and didn't prioritize his path into the pallet. That's still a pretty good chase. A minute 26 for someone with no mither.
With one health state, right? Like, I mean.
Yeah, it would be nice to get that reworked, but at the same time, it's very fair and balanced in comp. It's just in
Zippy.
in pubs that
Zippy, you there?
I think he might be asking questions about the rules.
Wasn't sure if like the controller disconnected or something. You know what I'm saying?
Better hope not. Okay, he looks to be good.
Had to throw the charge cord on it to make sure we were good. You know.
There we go.
All right.
Dropping the pallet straight off the bat. Getting a lot of distance with sprint.
That's our first sprint burst.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Oh.
Oh
no.
Oh no. Oh. Zippy. Oh, wait.
Dixie. They wasn't confident about that. Okay. That's fair. Cheeky little.
I thought we could have gotten the chains on there. I'm not gonna lie to you, Bazzy. That's fine though. We'll take the M1. Makes the rest of this.
This is tough though. When you're in a tile like this injured, it's basically over. I'm gonna be honest. Not a whole lot you can do.
Where do you
very zoned.
go? No, not like this.
Yeah, good Billy. Just be patient there. It's very tough.
I know you had mentioned before nurse. If you were to run a nurse 1v1, do you feel like you had to put that like on a corn map so there's at least a little bit of extra like LOS blockers?
I don't know, man. I personally wouldn't do a corn map. That sounds horrible, but I would definitely give survivors access to dead hard. So yeah, do what you can to last as long as you can. I imagine there'd be survivors taking Iron Will as well. That could be quite good. But yeah, I don't know about the map. Maybe for me personally, I would like to do Chapel. It's probably my favorite map.
Yeah. It's got some good LOS blockers kind of naturally within just like the terrain too. Whereas like you're talking about a map like Gas Heaven, you kind of always have an idea of where the survivor is. It would force more of those 50-50s. Speaking of 50-50s here though, we are going to be seeing our Nia continue to loop around one of these Z tiles, and this is kind of what you need to do. You need to play this.
Greedy.
You're playing really greedy. Now I'm going to take the hit here, but of course with that hit, should be able to make it.
Great at that, to be honest.
Oh no, we saw. Remember this earlier?
Yeah, he makes it.
I can just imagine Dixie was hoping for a number 2, you know what I mean, to add to the montage.
Yeah, I think taking that window could work there and going to the pallet. Nice.
Yeah, this is going to be tough because you can't even take an M1. There's going to be one here, yeah. That's tough.
Yeah, not bad attempts though.
A little bit of information from Alert might be a little bit better as far as giving you, like, I feel like you kind of have a general idea of where the pallets are without windows, you know what I mean? Whereas the Alert's giving you information that you generally don't know.
I think windows is nice if you're going for a long chase because you know what tiles you can chain up together. You know where you're able to run or whether you should just not go there. So I feel like just giving you those extra options is worth it.
Using the life here. Life is indeed life here.
I was very patient from our survivor. If I was in that situation, I would have definitely panicked and worried about the chainsaw. He's going over to this pallet. I think he's gonna agree that. No, he's gonna drop straight away. He makes it around this corner. Oh my goodness! Dodge the chainsaw, but he has a pallet right here.
Nancy has nerves of steel. There have been a couple of times that chainsaw has just gotten a little too close for comfort for Q. I'll tell you what. We're going to be seeing, though, the pallet now getting dropped. There is going to be the low pro hit. Ooh, I think a little bit of indecision there. After taking the low pro hit, didn't know exactly where to go. Now going to be heading over towards our filler that is already dropped. Wouldn't be surprised to, see Dixie go ahead and remove that out of the way. Remove some of the resources. We do still have Shack pallet. We also have this pallet over at this tile on either side of us, so we can make some decisions from here. But with middle being pretty well depleted, time's running low.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident, man. I feel like this could be a top 3 time if this survivor keeps it up the way they're going. This is already a pretty decent chase.
Unfortunate RNG, no filler pallets between these two tiles over here. So once you get to this TNL that can have the windows blocked with the bamboozle, you have the one filler that's back behind main.
Oh, just a little hesitation. That was enough time for Dixie to get the down there. Yeah, I'm expecting a life from this Fang Min. Yeah, we do have a life. We haven't seen a bounce landing at all tonight, I believe.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because one of the last 1v1s I had, the Billy, we had someone proc a very interesting balance landing off one of the broken trucks, not from the window seal, but took like a weird angle off the stairs to proc it. It was absolutely huge. But other than that, it's a really hard map to get value off of. Here's that long wall jungle. JVC greeting a little bit.
Too greedy there. Knew that he could chainsaw and get the up one. Boba's just gonna chill at this pallet. He's not going anywhere. He's gonna use his life now. He could get a lot of distance there, but unfortunately, he has a short wall here, so he could last a little bit. But then he could be zoned into this corner. That's the problem with going to this part of the map.
I feel like usually if you try and go to this corner from Shack, you would prefer to push all the way to the corner, use this pallet first, then go to the pallet or the tile a little bit close to the middle, because maybe you can chain that back in the Shack, then in the middle, right? Like going here second is tough. Oh, gets stunned, stupid.
Beautiful stun. I like how Bulba's making very good use of his camera here to make sure that he's on top of what Dixie's doing at all times. He's expecting Dixie to try to stop him from WQing, so Dixie's like running around the tile. I think he gets enough distance here to make that window.
No way, stop, Bulba. Dixie did an amazing job zoning though, because here now really Bulba has nowhere to go. We don't have a filler here.
Fake there. Well, I don't know if he makes this though. Dixie could just fatigue his chainsaw here. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Is running edge map to run the timer. What's this gonna be? A minute and 32 seconds. That's gonna be very close.
I still can't help but wonder if alert combo, or if the alert Windows combo with a confident looper not needing to build the distance but just playing it safe and knowing where, you know, how to chain together tiles could put the juicer run together that we were needing. I mean, we're not going to see that here. It might be something for whoever's, I guess it's our second to last here, so whoever's our last survivor going to be now seeing the life coming into play. Doesn't allow for a chance at the curve around the long wall, or the full wall here, I should say, of Shack. Now moving back in, we have the pallet still available. I think this is the longest time we've seen someone stay around Shack and still have Shack pallet up.
Yeah, and I think he can drop this and dodge the low pro in time. Oh, barely just with this red clock ping that we're witnessing, but still managing well with it. That might be an M. Yeah, it's going to be an M1 here, I believe. Unless he chooses to rev chainsaw. Yeah.
Oh, but the nice low pro hit curve through the pallet to get the M1 that probably could have been the safe play. Instead, gets the nice play. We're going to have to add that to the montage of the show. Now we're going to be seeing, though, moving around the Z wall. You got to be careful here. Probably just going to be seeing the low pro hit here. Nice curve again.
Man, Dixie's just he's not playing around, eh? I don't think he's missed a single low pro flick this entire time.
Yeah, call Dixie butter. He's been on a roll for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I really like that hat. It's a nice hat.
So now that we've seen the best fit of the day, the question is this the best chase of the day? Is the last chase going to be seeing the bolt through the window, going to be using that life to move into the middle
still has
here?
the Shack pallet up, so this isn't too risky. I don't know about staying this loop. She did have a pallet that was a little bit further.
Oh, no.
Oh, I feel like there was a bit of lag that happened there. I'm not too sure. That's unfortunate.
I just realized the name too. GG, I was the Fang Hat. Let's go.
Oh, Dixie messing up a curve.
He's not happy. Man, not happy about it. As you can see, though, even with the injured hit, I think was trying to go for the curve. Instead, gonna go for the M1 in the pallet space. So that means that we
gonna be it for tonight, then, eh?
All these chases, what is 28 chases, and only 3 of them passed 1 minute and 42 seconds. That's crazy.
If you ain't show something, you just don't wanna be me, but you will